Hello kids, how are you all? How are you all champs? Today we're gonna study about telling time using past. In previous lesson we have understood what a past and 2 of a clock is, and before that we have discussed time using. We have learned lots of things about time, like we in first session we have had an introduction about hour hand, minute hand and second hand. In second session we discussed about clock, especially o'clock, whole time, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. In third lesson we have discussed to and past of a clock, and today we are going to learn using past while telling time. We will purely use past. That means we will not use to today. We will only use past when we tell time or we write time. Okay, so let's start. So here we have, it's our clock with us. Let's say for example, this is the time. What's the time right now? What's the time right now? What's the time, little champs? Very good. Okay, so now if I say it's past or two, tell me fast. It's past or two? It's past. Now, when the minute hand is lying, we just need to observe minute hand, right? If our minute hand is lying in the area of smaller numbers, smaller side, it's past. How do we write time? Tell me, from 12 to 1, how many minutes passed? 5 minutes. We know that every gap of two numbers is of 5 minutes. From 12 to 1, it's a 5-minute gaps. So 5 minutes passed, then where our hand is. 5 minutes past 2. Okay, what's the time right now? 5 minutes past 2. Okay, let's say for example, now, what's the time? 10 minutes past 2. How did we come to know? From 12 to 1, 5, then to 2 jumps of 5, that means 10. From one number to another number, we have a jump of 5 minutes. Okay, from 12 to 1, it's a jump of 5 minutes. From 1 to 2, again, it's a jump of 5 minutes. Our minute hand is pointing towards 2. So it's 10 minutes past because our minute hand is lying in the smaller side. So it's 10 minutes past. Now we need to focus on our hand. Our hand is 2. 10 minutes past 2. Okay? Again. Now. So we have to start from 12 and check the jumps. 5, 10, 15, 20. Or the simple trick is you just need to know the table of 5. If your minute hand is pointing towards 4, 5 times 4. If your minute hand is pointing towards 3, 5 times 3. So for learning table, learning time or telling time, your table of 5 needs to be very strong. Okay. So this time from 12 to 4, how many minutes have passed? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 minutes passed. What? 2 or 3? Okay. Now to decide whether it's 2 or 3, we check it's past or 2. Our minute hand is towards smaller numbers. So our hand will also point the smaller number only. Minute hand is towards smaller numbers. Our hand will also point towards smaller number. So it will be 20 minutes past 2. Because this time we can see that our hand, red hand, is between 2 and 3. So what should we take? 2 or 3? So it's past. Past means smaller number. Then we'll take smaller number for our hand also. Okay. Let's say for example, it's Nope. Sorry. Just a sec. It's this. Okay. So 5. Our minute hand is pointing towards 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Otherwise, what you need to do? Stand on 12 and start jumping. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 minutes past 2 or 3. Tell me fast. Our minute hand is pointing towards smaller numbers only. It's the smaller side. When we use past, we always use smaller number for our hand also. Past for smaller numbers. Okay. So this time 25 minutes past 2. Okay. Now tell me. Just a sec. Let it settle. Okay. Now tell me what's the time. Okay. How many minutes? It's pointing towards 1. That means 5 ones are 5. Or 12 to 1, just one jump. So 5 minutes and it's towards past side. This is past side and the opposite is to side. This is the past. So 5 minutes past 3 or 4? 3. Okay, correct. Now tell me. Fast, kids. Tell me fast. Yes. 5 fours are 20. 20 minutes past 3 or 4? 3. Past is including smaller number only. Past is the smaller side. So past will include smaller number for R also. Past will include smaller number for R also. As it is between 3 and 4, which one is smaller, 3 or 4? 3. So we will take 3. That means 20 minutes past 3. Okay? Again. Now this one. Now tell me. Tell me this. Minute hand will tell us how many minutes passed. So 3 5s are 15. 15 minutes past what? 5, 4, 6. Where our hand is pointing? 15 minutes past 5. Okay. Now, you just need to jot down that. Just 2-3 things. First is our minute hand tells us about how many minutes passed. Okay. Second thing, if the minute hand is towards smaller numbers, we always use the word past. Third point, if the minute hand is showing past, we will always use smaller number for R. Okay. We have 3 things. First is how many minutes. Second is past or 2. And third is R. 15 minutes past 3 or 4 or 5 will be decided by where it belongs. So right now it's between 5 and 6. So it will be 15 minutes past 5. For past, we will always use the smaller r. Okay, not the larger r, bigger r. Let's say for example, okay. Now tell me, this time, this is right? How many minutes passed? 10 minutes passed. Why it's passed? Because it's the smaller side of the clock where minute hand is. Then now it's the time for us to decide R. It's 8 or 9? 8. 10 minutes past 8. Okay. Now tell me, R hand is between 8 and 9 and minute hand is pointing towards 4. First we'll decide minutes. So 5 fours are 20. 20 minutes past 8 or 9? 8, because past takes smaller number only. Past takes smaller number only. Past is the smaller side. Past take smaller number for hour also. Past means smaller side, smaller face and smaller side of the clock's face, and past means smaller hour. Okay? Past, smaller side, smaller hour. Past, smaller side, smaller hour. Repeat with me. Past, smaller side, smaller hour. Which one is the smaller side? This one or this one? This one, right. Past, smaller side, smaller hour. Past is for smaller side, past is for smaller hour. Past is for smaller side, past is for smaller hour. Past, smaller side, smaller hour. Past is for smaller side, past is for smaller hour. Very good. So this is just everything about past. Whenever you need to tell the time and your minute hand is pointing towards past, that means the smaller side of the clock, you just need to count minutes. How will you count minutes? You just need to check your minute hand where it's pointing and just multiply by 5. If it's like this, 5 5s are 25. 25 minutes past 8. Yes, smaller hour also. 25 minutes past 8. Now tell me what about this? Now tell me this. Okay. This is 6 5s are 30. 30 minutes past 10 or 11? 10. Past for the smaller side, past is for smaller hour. That's it. So this is all about using past when telling time. 3 neat things to consider, 3 things to remember, or just remember the statement. Past is for smaller side, past is for smaller hour. Past is for smaller side, past is for smaller hour. That's it. Okay, so meet you in the next session, and in that session we'll discuss about to, how to tell time using to. Okay, till then, bye bye, take care and keep learning with me and Math. Bye bye.